Hello, hello. We're gonna play some horror today. And it's midnight. We're gonna die of horror. I haven't played this before. It's a visual novel, but it's horror. I heard that there are QTEs, so probably gonna die. Why is it immediately a scream? The Ermengarde Mansion. Hello, Pokediv. How are you? We're gonna have horror. Horror, horror, horror. Yeah, it's immediately a scream. Where is that? Where is your first thing? I'm just gonna save a new one. How are you, Pokediv? Have you finished work? Are you ready for the horror? It's immediately horror because it started with a scream. Why is it like this? Oh, you're still at work. All right. Enjoy and have fun at work. Thank you for the redeemius. Gonna be hydrated. It's built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxmorn, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once small and sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of the Great Plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed to their child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion has stood since 1620s, a witness to the very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, Great House was eventually uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing, hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsay of mysterious women roaming the hallowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. No. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legends, and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Who's gonna buy a haunted mansion? Good luck. Isabella. Hello. Can I accept?
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
Hello, Rose. Familiar jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
So we're Isabella right now.
What do you mean, what's the matter?
What's that? Who's the cleaners? Noisy. Sports day.
It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you?
Oh, Isabella also is part of the team that sells the house.
You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like...
Uh.
It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, I so sure
Hope
about
we don't
that.
kill
Not after
Isabella.
the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
Are you sure about that?
And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
Hello, Fox.
And I think that
Are you
mansion
ready
is
for
where we'll
the
likely find
spooks?
another one. I can feel it.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
She hangs up before I can respond. Rose still charming as
Who
ever.
was that?
Look up from my phone, see Rebecca. Becca. Giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
The one who trained you.
Does that train you for a job when you started?
You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the
Oh,
public.
they
The
renovated the
RC
mansion.
wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about? Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a chuck.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out ever since you got assigned to it.
You said rumors.
I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to
All
this.
about the money.
Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
Pathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. The years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca!
Yeah, it's different that you have your own money than just borrowing.
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
She crosses her arms and grimaces at the top. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers. Becca is a teacher? She looks like a student.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
You're not my mom. Oh no, what happened? Press my lips together and roll my eyes at her. Not entirely sure how I should feel whenever she goes on her mother hen mode. She means well. I'm glad someone's looking out for me. Especially my family living on the other side of the globe. But Becca's bossy attitude can be such a pain at times. It's more overbearing than Mama, and that already says a lot.
You're not my mom!
I didn't say I am.
Nope, but you're acting like one. You don't need to boss me around all the time.
She gives me a completely unimpressed look. Immediately, I brace myself for another round of reprimands from her.
I'm not bossing you around. Remember what happened last year?
What happened?
You ended up bedridden for 2 weeks after eating something bad, and I ended up having to listen to you cry about how those absences would take a huge chunk out of your paycheck. Do you want that to happen again?
This is just instant noodles.
No, Mom.
No more. Only a loud, frustrated sigh comes from her while she pinches the bridge of her nose, likely to help ease a headache starting to form. I bite my lip to keep myself from laughing out loud at the image she makes, expecting her to say more. But when at last she looks up, she's simply carrying a resigned expression on her face.
I'm serious.
Not my mom, Rebecca.
Maria Isabella Grace.
I shut my mouth after that. Although I know she's not really angry, I don't want to push it. An angry Rebecca isn't someone I'd like to cross paths with in my lifetime. I've seen it happen and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, I'll stop.
I grumble, but she doesn't seem to care much, only giving a small acknowledging nod.
Good. Look, if you need anything, tell me and I'll help in any way I can. You don't have to do this alone.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
Another response, if only to get her to drop the topic. Pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It's nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendship can take a turn for the worse just because of few unpaid debts. Don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We argue about a lot of small petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movement when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps me out of my
Well,
thoughts.
enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
A small smile returns to her desk, begins sifting through the pages of rather thick history book. Probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying at least. Oh, so we're not a student, we're visiting a friend who's teaching? Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca stops coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. That's precisely why I followed her here. Someone who makes a habit of worrying about other people, Becca just forgets how to take care of
Hey,
herself.
you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you
Oh.
worry about me.
You're sick, why are you teaching?
I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
You should rest. I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. Despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Oh no, you're not drinking your medicine? Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers a reassuring smile. I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she's decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside her bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. Drink it! Look at it warily and I place it in front of her. Fortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way. Drink your medicine!
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take the sign to finally end the conversation in my short visit. Also, yeah, we are not students anymore. Small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to property as soon as I leave the school ground. Mrs. Flowers, Sir Antiques, Sleepy Ship Inn, Library, the bar, the Crawl Bar, Zarbox, Briar Realty Corporation. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving driver directions. Partly everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time commuted there, and it only boosted my belief there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place could have been a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance of my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. Already looked them over last night, but you never know when the things may go wrong. Life's ways of messing things like that. Halfway through the reading papers, my phone rings again. Pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. Probably just Rose again anyway.
Rose?
It's Ash.
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash?
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles and can't help roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid Ash hole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. And then we get killed. October 21. Takes few more minutes until I reach the infamous mansion. Have to admit that the property does look wonderful from the outside. Yet despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. No, not the cringe. How are you, Razy? We're gonna go into Haunted Mansion. The surrounding area is unusually silent. The only rustling of leaves can be heard as an occasional breeze passes. While Aston Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow, it makes me feel sad. Lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has the right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can imagine how this place looks at
Are you
night.
planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly made me jump out of my skin. Not completely taking my eyes away from the house, I get the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. Mentally slap myself for spacing out, promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. Expect him to leave as soon as I paid, but there's a hesitant expression in him as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after. He said, left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathed out a heavy sigh as I approached the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here, backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get the bonus in commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, while my own copy of Keys dangle uselessly in my hand, Rose must have left it open. Are you sure that it's Rose? That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Why did you keep the paintings? That gives it a more creepy look. Entering what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice. made it spick and span, all for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern day lords and ladies. No matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. It's still going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have listened to what other people have been calling them, telling them to leave this place alone. Some things in the world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly throughout the hall. Oh, who am I kidding? A place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She'll be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. I was surprised by just the phone appearing. Quickly reached for my phone, dial her number. But oh no, Rose is dead. Timmy has not been recognized. We are just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Are you gonna die, Isabel? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. Probably just wandered deeper in the house and lost signal or something. Ah! Stop suddenly appearing. Dialed her number again, hoping the call will connect this time. What do you mean has not been recognized? Did the number disappear? To no avail. Oh boy. A very bad feeling about this.
Rose?
Then get out
If
of
you
the
can hear
house
me,
while you
please
still
come out.
can.
Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. This place is big. She could be anywhere. You start looking for her. Take a deep breath before venturing. If I were you, you're going to get out. Notice something move. Where? It's the
What
chandelier.
the hell? Rose?
What?
Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you
What
if you don't come out.
moved?
Not coming out, huh? Fine. I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. So my friend can't leave until I know she's alright. Ah! Stop appearing, fuck! You know, that's why I tried to contact the number again. The ghosts haven't appeared yet. I'm already scared of the phone. God, please give me something. Please, Lord. Oh, there we go.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She answered. Certainly hope doesn't cut off before I get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually quiet down. Oh no, don't trust that one. Why is there a grudge sound?
What? The attic? Why?
Crap, get cut off. Do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. Really? I'm gonna wait for her outside. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I will be feeling about being here. Carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. But reaching the top and grand hallway beats me. It's beautiful. But it's the two major wings of Mansion, East and West Wing. Two attics here, one on each side. East one has been converted to a storage room of sorts. Somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never liked going to stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside, another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that keeps up into the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. Wasn't for the light streaming to the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. How old the place is, there's no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one when they renovated escapes me. They did it with the rest of the house. Small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks, see, I guess it did it last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out, faded by time. Wait, I thought they renovated it. Why does this look so old? I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is my concerns right now. More pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? Could have been a dream. For all the creepy ambience of this estate, is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe the phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Shut up, brain, you're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But she's not here. Then where is she? What is that? What the hell was that? That's it, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Some anger the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this passion was a bad idea right from the very start. Nobody listened. Be realistic, they said. I think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. Always tried to be model employee, but not this time, no. Turning back for the sake of my sanity. Via Realty can find another agent who's more realistic to tour people around this haunted house. For leaving, I took one last look at the gloomy old room, just to check.
Huh? What's this?
Worries about Rose where must have caused me to miss when I first entered the room. There's clearly something on the floor. It looks
A
like...
letter?
Oh no, it's the letter. On the ground, a couple inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I leaned down and picked it up. Strange. Don't recall seeing the last time I was here. A few days back, me and my other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave. It certainly hadn't been here before. Someone was left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I could have missed her enough, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. Paper so thin and rough, I'm worried it will fall apart if I so much as touch it. With great care, I open it, and I read shakes me to my core. Oh my god, help, me help, me
What?
help, me help, me help,
Oh my
me.
god.
Look at that face. Nothing but the words help me. Fills the page, all of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. A gulp. Same phrase goes on and on until... Send this to 5... Oh!
Send this to 5 people or else.
It's a chain letter.
Or else what? Or else what?
Quickly I can scan a back of paper, peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out the second page. But there's nothing.
Oh, please no.
Send it to your teammates. I need to get out of here. Folding paper in half, a sight reach me next has me frozen in the spot. What the hell is a your feet? Let's just pretend it's not horror. There's feet. But whose feet is that? Is that Rose? What happened to your feet, Rose? Pair of blood-soaked feet enters field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. Want to cry, call for help, but the words catch my throat. Even my feet won't move. Completely paralyzed out of terror. Be brave and look at it, look at it. I'm not gonna look. I need to face it. You're brave. Face it. Well, I need to face it. Going to die. At least I know what my killer looks like. Look at it. Cold comfort. With my dear friend, summon every ounce of courage I left me, shift my gaze upwards. Ah! Ice the grudge. Hello. Oh, that's the cutie. There's a cutie. No. Please don't hurt me. Ah! Don't think I scrap. Ew! How can you sell this house? It has blood. Try to open it, but it won't budge.
Go away! Please, Lord! Make it go away!
Right now, I'm open now. Hardest things as reality dawns in. I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
Am I gonna die immediately? You just started. So he approached me as I wrench Dorna violently back and forth. Z! 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 What? I'm so slow. Wow, those are the types of QTEs that's gonna kill us. It almost got us. Yes, the door finally swings open. Could have been happier. Wasting no time, leave outdoor, don't look back. Feet pound against the floor, rhythm with loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I run past the hallway, I find myself at the top of the ground staircase. My chest feels so tight and going to burst. It's not to convert the feeling of hope, the sight the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoe slips to find myself falling. Ooh, now you die. Then my back hits the ground, pain racks my body. Oh, nice here again! A vision this like see. No. Go away. Last thing I see your feet before all I know is darkness. Oh no. A buzz breaks the silence. Oh, did it take us? Pull my conscience against my own, never felt this way. I just want to sleep. This buzzing, poking, prodding isn't letting me. Old mattress may not be confidence place, but doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
Swat away was nudging presently at my side. Can I just get a few extra minutes sleep today? I'll work hard once I'm up. Hand light touches my cheek, something cold suddenly being pressed the back of my head. This sensation slowly spreads throughout the air, giving me an uncomfortable feeling. I hope it's Rose. Fog immediately lifts in from my mind, and unrecognizable. My eyes snap open. They're looking down at me. It's Rose. Oh, it's Rose. Good thing it's Rose. And who's this other lady? Other world I just behind him, but my attention too focused on co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose postures just screams her worry, although she's keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. Wave dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. Little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She has my ice pack, gestures me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed. The light ache in the area indicates
Alright,
anything.
Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12 teen. No, that's wrong.
Oh,
Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
this time I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's possible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. And here I thought Rose was already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? But with how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. Can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. Maybe far from cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I both of them warily, but recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright?
Suspicion soon replaces the dull ache. Memory a little fuzzy, but the attic
There-
and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute.
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
But Rose and Lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile on the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. Is there a saleswoman smile on same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee? I should show this to troublesome clients or just avoid trouble in general, she advised. So same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. So this one is a buyer. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. Takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can
As
muster.
much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait, hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. You saw a ghost and you still want to stay here? Really? First, when I was a kid, this
Besides,
is
if
nothing.
I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also part where I might lose bonus BRC promise, but that's completely beside the point. It's all about the money. Rose gives a skeptical look when I return, called compress to her, push myself off the floor. I have to use staircase railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel
See?
fine.
I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation if she says no.
All right, you in.
Smile threatens to slip out from
If
me.
I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Okay.
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. Woman's look expectantly of two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is, but not in the scary negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. At her lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question, where get caught in the throat. Oh, it's the wrong spelling. At the sight of it, Rose is usual swift to catch my
My
blunders.
sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch. Charlie Rose Design. Dear designer, McCulloch at xmail.com. Words interior designer catch my eye before my partner flips his soap. Probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. Won't hold it against her though. Despite the years remaining uninhabited for years, man's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to their pristine condition. I suppose some people find a trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me and returns to it with an equally perplexed look. And I guess by better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to
I'm
mind.
sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. Flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah Wright? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but
Bosses possibly trying to find the right words to fix an awkward situation without offending someone. We'll check with our supervisor. The moment's given me enough to clear my head on any nervousness or confusion clouding
It
me.
is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
Almost flinch when she returns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. May screw up at times, that doesn't mean I haven't learned anything or two in the 5 years I work in the
The
business.
mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
You know, it's seemingly different thought after I've finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'd surely understand.
I thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
I thought the painting changed. A slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. How about our bonus if it's sold already? So don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already preferred myself to dial number to our Luxburn office and check if she didn't ask for it. I'll be very frustrated if some reason something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. It's a whole level of unfair. We've been working hard for this. Months later, Miss McCall returns, a little frustrated but with an apologetic tear in her face. I feel a little sorry for her having go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And Isabella? I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Rose takes the glance once before tossing me a set
And
of
hurry!
keys.
We've still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Okay, got it.
Two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Departure brings with it stillness that keeps company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone like this, it's possible not to think what really happened. Which the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia, temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I won't think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part my man begs to differ, and I'm going to be completely honest with myself. I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. Don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm. Jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer close to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Oh my god! A flock of people have already gathered the mansions. Front yard by the time we officially opened the door. I'm not sure whether I should be baffled under dress standing in their presence. Men and women with wealth, status, all dressed to the nines, fancy suits. Lovely dresses in varying colors composed of the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold glinting in the afternoon. Some even ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. Really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. The old birds will have a field day in this. They're murmuring among themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops when Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased about being ordered around, but what can they do about
Ladies
it?
and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wonder me. Mostly old ladies seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss McCullough. Oh, this one is the buyer. They look snooty. Also, just but what catches my ass? The elegantly dressed pair. Why does this guy look like ominous?
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. Might have seen their face somewhere before, some magazine or television. I can't quite remember. Then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have. For people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wondering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind, though. I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions. I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they are brother and sister if it wasn't their public display of affection. Matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact they are indeed a couple. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the listing. Let's hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave enough to, and generous enough to buy this pension. And so, with papers in hand, I lead the way. They aren't whispering among themselves, going ooh and ah over one thing or another. They ask questions for how the restoration process went and how to the history of the place. I answered them all, more than happy to talk about art pieces and architecture mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about that urban legend. Not a good material for sales stock, even if the entire population of Luxburn knows about
Some
it.
of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty. Even the glass thing, colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope. Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time you stop talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
Buy it.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
Most of their conversation gets lost in chatter of our companions. Don't want to make an assumption yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Please, please, please let these guys be the one. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort is put in. There's a basement, oh no. Great deal of effort that has been put retaining the room's classical appeal. Open hearth at the end of the room's particulars looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. Mad props to the cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of the complaints about the soup and tar staining the bricks and how much pain in the hours cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off. Make it look presentable at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
It's the first time a guy in gray speaks up, Mr. Look right, my memory supplies from the forms they signed earlier. Sudden attentiveness catching me off guard since the start of the tour. Only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. This time something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about the basement, I don't really understand rich people sometimes. Right now, he just gives the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I found it cute whenever I see children act that way, my younger siblings especially. On a grown man, it's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Whoa, that's a lot of wine.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Rice's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he's starting to show interest, if only a little. Oh no, the ghosts are gonna scare them, and we won't get our commission. Smile to myself. I may not completely understand how people's minds work. I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Oh, no. Score. I can't wait to tell Rose. The summer goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room on the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Funny, the first time BRC had a survey property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe it's just my excitement for a possible sale. When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. Something is whispering. Starts to smell the feeling being watched intently. Just my ears, shadows dancing like in the corner of my vision. Just was gone when I turned to look. Just that one smells making me feel sick and start to break out in cold. I can't do this. I need to sit down a moment. Old ladies in the group been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be...
I let them sit while I retreat to quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. You just got back a scold. Don't think about it. I fell on for a good while, same words spilling out my lip in silent prayer. Till a hand taps on my shoulder. Now it's a person. It's
Hello,
a person.
you there?
Ah.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker. Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana. I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
Wow, she's really a buyer. My brain completely stops, sick feeling plaguing me, suddenly replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
Stops me speaking further and puts my hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she tasted particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who will probably just fill it up with cats.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps she's not feeling well, but what's wrong with Cat? Sell her the house! Stop! Stop complaining and stop contradicting her. Apparently, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person. But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon, and it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am.
Sell it immediately!
I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
Try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. Can't help but send an imploring look at Miss McCullough. Only gives me an apologetic smile and shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
Waste no time taking pictures from her hands, shuffles through the hunch. Oh man, Rose is gonna be angry for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
It's Isabella, not Isabel.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too. And what's this?
What's happened? It looks confusing. Discuss appearance first during harassment. Did you give her the help me paper?
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap
Look
prop
at
from a D-list horror film.
Miss McCullough, though, looks like mommy.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled, but I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Mom. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
I turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? I double check everything. Are the papers handed not enough? That's what I did wrong. I didn't want to mess it up. But with the way my honest leading conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
Smiles back on her face, turns to me, hands me a strange piece
I
of
would
paper.
still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
Don't hear the rest of what she says after that. Only staring on paper at the letter in my hands. Side crinkle and grip, my breathing grows labored. Red quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
It's Rose. Even noticed when Rose group entered us in the bar. Want nothing more to say that? No, I'm not alright. Want to leave this place because I remember everything as clear as day. Letter and that woman in the attic is
The
real.
letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless, I've been so careless. So even telling without looking, and I've gone mad. Show the letter! Blurt out before I could think twice what I'm going to say.
We need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
Rose cast a nervous glance at people in the room. Still engaged in conversation with their peers, but curious enough, turned their heads in group direction. I've been given her trademark saleswoman smile. That expression is on her face when she pushed me
Isabella,
aside.
we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all.
Stop ruining the sale. Somebody's gonna buy already. Then you can leave.
I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof
Let
enough?
them deal with it. Gently reaches a block of paper out of my hand. Without even taking a glance at it, she folds it back neatly.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No
It's an
concussion
open
at
house.
all.
Stop making a
I'm fine.
commotion.
But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
Before Rose could open her mouth for a third, hand lands on both of us, pulling us a
Now,
distance closer.
ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly seems intense. A smile fits the two of you better, in my opinion. Especially darling little Lily here.
Gives her shoulder a gentle squeeze while an inscrutable smile spreads across his face.
Isabella, sir.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with two beautiful ladies here.
Why are you still
I'm
with Yuki? Yes,
sure-
it's horror.
And I'm sure
got
little
chased
Lily here
earlier.
would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
Pressure my shoulder lifts as soon as those words leaves his white lips, while the skull on her face like a splash of cold water on me. It's also impossible to miss the displeased frown on Miss McCullough's face. Realization that we might lose this sale because of my outburst instantly dawns on me. Yeah, because you're an idiot, Isabella. Just let them buy the house and don't go shouting about ghosts. Rose will be beyond pissed.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Bowing my head, I mutter quick apology, gather my stuff to make quick exit. Doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble to Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. Chased by big... No... The ghost was flat. I'm always scared of the dark. She kept
Isabella, wait!
Apprehension must have quite obvious on my face because her expression instantly shifts. Something gentler, eyes softer, fond of smile spreading on her
Hey.
lips.
I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look,
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands. A small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's a stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take nevertheless more as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, it will find its way back to me regardless of what I do about
Rose,
it.
this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this.
Alright, Yuki.
I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind
What?
stops.
Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
Yeah, because you're shouting about ghosts in front of potential sales. Don't be stupid, Isabella.
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
Glass her hands get in front of her, pleading for understanding. And I do understand to some extent. It doesn't mean I feel any less awful. Whether it myself or the unlucky turn the situation has taken for her, I
I
don't really know.
promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
Memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning a strange look from the guest milling out the door. Talking, laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I
So,
guess.
Are we good?
Still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one
I
for
won't
now.
be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay?
Yeah. It's got a freaking voice. One word. Oh, those stay here. Nothing to do. It's fine. We'll start drifting back to the foyer. Just go out. Few visitors lingering in the area. Some really enjoying this afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the precious antiques decorating the room. One group of elders gathered some ways across from me, occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, and occasional laughter and teasing there. Smile to myself. Conversation reminds me of what I've been saying this past few months. Rose is probably right, I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout would help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. A few hours from what I've told him, he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'd ever accept the latter, personal conviction and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. Couple of minutes, few prayers, asking for distance signal later. The final call finally connects and...
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
What?
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for
Shit, how
trouble?
loud is this
Better
thing
not
even?
lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out.
Shoving feels disrupting
Looking for
present
trouble? Better not
quiet that
lie.
has settled
I'm a
soon
cool
enough
dude,
as we begin to
pretty
search for the
fly
source,
for an
finding
Asian
included.
guy.
I
Sup,
start
I'm
around a small
Ash
crowd,
from
receiving in a
Deluxe City.
lone figure
Baggers,
crouched
watch
behind the
out,
same group of
can't
people
beat me. Looking
check
for
and decoration
trouble?
from moments ago.
Better
He's
not
facing away
lie.
from me.
I'm a
Oh,
cool
he's
dude,
already
pretty fly
here!
for an Asian guy.
Swallowing for something in his
Sup,
hands.
I'm Ash from
But
Deluxe
I don't need to
City.
see.
Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
I'd recognize
Better
Dumb Parker
not
anywhere
lie.
without
I'm
running
a
in the
cool
call.
dude,
I marched
pretty
towards him.
fly for an Asian guy.
Why is that his
Sup, I'm Ash from
ringtone?
Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out,
After
can't
what happened
beat
today,
me.
I'm not really in the mood to
Looking
deal
for
with
trouble?
this.
Times
Better
two.
not lie. I'm a
Ashton Frey!
What happened next? Something I'll surely regret for having not recorded. He jumps and let out undignified yell, followed by his phone slipping away from his grip. Bounces from one hand, the other in poor attempt to catch it, ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone and the floor. That's not every day you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn stupid detective senses. Take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small it is. Awkward pause passes between us, a blink, a cough, and makes a face. Then took ducks and receives his abuse gadget while a grin threatens to break out of my lips. He does seem meet my eye, straightens, but a flush scrap up his neck and cheeks. Another universe we would haven't known each other for 5 years. Suffering from this teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence. Says Sarah, I'd find that adorable. Endearing even. Fortunately, this isn't that kind of world. Waiting, Sarah, I'm already content to see him out of obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in this phone for damage scratches. This is more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash,
I could be looking to buy a house.
a mansion.
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood.
Chance a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze. Before I can figure out what's caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder, turns me back to face
I just
him.
finished working on something, so I dropped by.
Still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. Confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something in particular hard, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, yet how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. Avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. Last thing I want to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on earth I will think about telling it to if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy, God who knows how many times he has helped me even without me asking for it. Stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? We'll never believe those even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless things he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you every single chance he'll get. Asho. Whatever I do to him, he never does that to Becca or Zach. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. For catch his attention, shoved the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
She greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes stomping hard against the polished concrete and awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. Mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Help me, help me. I don't look back. So, finally, he's no longer in the mansion. He's safe. Spend the ride back to Luxburn City in a relatively quiet manner with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles, or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glance has been sending my way are signs, I know there are things that he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. My eyes strained on the passing scenery outside, and a small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. Hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. Small package makes soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
Glares at him, wipes the smirk but the form cleanly off his face. Clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. Swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flipped the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food. But
Always
why
food.
are you giving away cereal bars?
Yang's energy bar.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
Don't even get a chance tonight because right on cue my stomach grumbles loudly and empty. Gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. Hoping to get a small meal after, I guess everything going on I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hello feeling's new to me though. Kind of things, just a few things I got used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks, then I tear open the package, start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. Getting an earful from Becca and Rose. It's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
Filling up my water. Oh, it's still cold. Nice.
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hell-bent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
It's not entirely wrong. Man, I'll walk right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
That's a small laugh that kind of screams I'm right. Told you so. Hate when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Glad I didn't watch it with the rights. Ma'am Hannah in particular didn't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
No.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
I meant this as a joke, but how close the truth made my blood run cold and my heart a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a lot heavier, burdened by my old guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
I can't answer that. Change the subject, don't lie.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Over exaggeration. Change the subject to something else. Better than outrightly, yeah, don't lie to him. Besides, never works with him. Not sure because I'm just bad at it, just because he's really very good at his job. Doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily, shifting a glance over me. And returning back to Rowan, he has to make the sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. Wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, appears Ash has taken the longer route. He's probably trying to avoid the rush hour.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
Turns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at him. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I found most of them funny. Only make his head bigger, stupid. Ooh, you really like Ash.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
Becomes what he's been doing the entire time we haven't seen each other. Solo work, occasional small investigation. The big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Low smooth of it, trimmed down version on the things he can tell. Always been careful about that. Even the way he spins his answer to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes a strange tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. Hello, Anthros. Spin the wheel. Wait, let me spin the wheel. How are you, Anthros? We're playing a horror game. We're out of the scary mansion, so hopefully nothing scary. Oh, we're gonna bark. It's the bark. Wait, let me remove the filter so the bark can be heard. Rup, 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 rup. There we go. Let me bring back the filters. Yeah, it's a horror. I'm not scared because this is the safe zone. We're not in the mansion. That's not alright. I mean, who wouldn't frustrate it if you couldn't bring someone? Just because they keep slipping out your fingers. I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. Stars never cease to entertaining regardless. I'm doing alright. I just came back from touching grass, so I'm trying to get back to the streaming vibe again. But how are you? The stars never cease to entertaining regardless. Things weren't on the way we were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. Yeah, touching grass. The idea is still there. Like countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in the manner. If I know it, we're already at the movie house. Point of no return. Oh, is that the movie of your friend? Small crowd is already formed outside the theater when we arrive. The Lift Fests are short. Luxborn Independent Film and Theater Festival attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. Only been to a few indie screenings with Zach, but I'm not an expert on the matter. Oh, is their friend an actor or a director? I know for people hoping to make a break in this, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin in his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over the moviegoers. Large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him wide berth as they pass by. So often mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard. Once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Zach's face lights up a smile on his own. He moves towards us, careful steps, taking significant effort to make himself smaller as not to bump or accidentally hit anyone. Pocket chibi. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man! My main man!
What's crack-a-lackin', what? Awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of a small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles. Then I become aware of my mouth hanging open. Almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. He was not until he opened his mouth. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
There's fun this underneath is exasperated though. This were any other person likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to others' ears. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with Chicken Down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
What are they doing? Why is there an accident?
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes. And then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding. You know you can always count on me.
It's story only two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Beck and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it, but aren't willing to tell us due to spoken agreement. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's now with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
It's true, they've known each other far longer than any of us in group, childhood friends
But
and all.
don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie.
Isabella! Oh,
Who's
thank
this?
goodness!
Is it Becca? Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
You're just in time.
I have to lean back a little way, her face invading personal space, but she places her hand either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concerned, filling her eyes.
You're squishing my face.
How are you? Are you alright?
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Ah. Those were words tell me all I need to know. Said I have family living close by. The only other relative I have works far side of the country. I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of emergency. Should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hands away from my face and lets her go. Her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no. Everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. Bite the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the said area. Alright, Antros. Enjoy making food. I hope the horror doesn't eat me up, but... See you later. I do my best to touch her all at once. Move to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crossed Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
Are you jealous, Becca?
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
Shoot him a pleading look. Zach's sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
What? We're just watching a movie.
Look, you guys.
Ash unexpectedly cuts her conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks. Something he usually does when he's getting
If she
impatient.
says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
Already know the answer before Becca voices it out. At last she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance. I immediately tackle her and tell her.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna give them the letter.
What's this?
Oh no. You showed them the letter. Named Zach and Zach are both giving the piece of paper and Enrico look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
Try to reach it, but he holds the paper way above his head. Never been particularly sensitive with my own height, but right now I really wish I have that advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to.
Oh, they're gonna see. Does it count as the pass it to 5 persons?
Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words lost when he unfolds the paper. Oh no, they saw it. Too early for Halloween. Heartfelt, stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening the breath. There's 3 of them and 3 other people saw it, so we passed it to 6 people already. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides, clasping them together. Doesn't do anything. They're still shaking, but I hang into them regardless. The awful sick weight that has taken my core stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please. Today's turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash shoves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. Don't need to see, I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written blood. It's already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had a chance. That way.
It's not a prank.
Makes all of them stop, even if I'm surprised how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed. You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing
They look
and
so
that thing has
concerned
got
for her.
nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter off Ash's hand. Stuff it back in my bag with more first than necessary. I'm tired. I've got cursed. I saw a ghost. Probably lost a sale. I got kicked out of an open house I'm supposed to be hosting. Friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. Top it all off, there's a dull ache in the back of my head begging for a little attention I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in bed, never think about today. Before I can take a single step away from the group.
Guys!
Zach rarely raises his voice, even when there's point wants to drive home, and hearing him take on that completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. There were harsh words yet to come of the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. Never does that. Becca, too. Pretty sure there's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempts to lighten things up, Ash and Becca's squeezing gestures, tightness in my chest remains. I should have kept it to myself at least one idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might have turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless, so careless. Maybe leaving's better for this show. No, we stay for the movie. Don't go home. The ghost might follow. Another day, I excuse myself to go straight home. There's something special to Zach. Something he worked hard to bring to life. I should know better. Not been a bad day, but being with the people I care far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. What if the thing? Yeah, what if the thing in the attic follows her home? I don't want to be left in my thoughts either. I can still see whenever I close my eyes. If I stay, let our head cool down first before telling them what happened. They listen to me. There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, you don't have the heart to ditch Jack. The smile is back on my face when I look back
If
at
we
him.
keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
What happened? Oh, she punched him. The real dude sent an elbow straight to his stomach. So with Ash being vertically challenged has his perks
What
too.
was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Oh, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Not another word. Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call. Sure. Ash and I exchange looks after us. A question likely swimming in our minds. Something happened after school after I left. Was she having a bad day too? It's probably just jealous. Try asking her about it later, I guess.
You guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it!
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on my shoulder and he's gone. We were still milling about, so still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise, most of the crowd already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me when Ash gestures for two of us to head inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Stop talking inside the theater. Somehow, halfway through the room, conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. Fair Zach was the one who brought it up again. His own movie's premiere. Now the film's just serving as background noise while we were speaking hushed tones. Careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing again. We'd all get kicked out for sure. Though with how loud Ash's voice is, probably get thrown out before any argument happens. Only Becca still engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. Been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I think we did something that offended her. Did we?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's no one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, he didn't say he doesn't believe in these things, so why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh, the house did change hands over the years, but from one distant relative to the Ermengardes to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though. It remained the way until its current owners decided to sell it. Why didn't I think
I
of
didn't
that?
peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering a suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
You do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
A few times in my life, I wish my glowers can kill. So one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Ashton, if you don't stop.
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Becca tear her ears from the screen and mention of her name.
What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. Can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, the scaredy cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things, and probably put your fears to rest since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right. However, what Zach suggests is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me. There's only one thing giving this suggestion to put my mind at ease. It's better than being ignored or being laughed at. Take comfort knowing that they're willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
We go with priest.
I'll think about
They
it.
need Jesus.
But maybe we could go with Zach's idea?
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around. I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Thanks, Zach. I knew I could count on you.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it. You're not even paying attention yourselves.
Becca's so angry.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
Show her an apologetic look, even if it's the only one should be reprimanding. Her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this way, there's a big chance something's nagging at her. Really need to talk. We all fall in comfortable silence after. Kind only you can share with people you're most at ease with. First time today, letter lace forgot in my bag, if only for a few hours. Oh, it's night now. Night is fallen by the time we exit the movie house. It's like the late hour, the streets are bustling full of people. Those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking the sea of unfamiliar souls strikes me how easy for one to get lost in a city as nondescript as Luxborn. I was afraid too at one point, back when I was new and had set foot in this place. Now, with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Zach and Ash bid us goodbye shortly, before Becca and I cross to the other side of the street. Former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before day ends, and Ash? Who knows, he never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at the doorstep looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to the latter's frustration. He's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives
Thanks
off.
for today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
Oh no, something's whispering.
Huh?
Oh my god. Sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning, my chest tightening. Breathing down labor. Taste blood in my mouth. Just my vision blurs. I mean the countless names we going for it. A voice reaches out to me. Bleeding as if I clench my eyes tight. Close my hand. Oh no. Don't appear. Whispering, whispering, whispering. Falling out. Help me, please.
Not me.
Help me. Somebody.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At her voice, the whole word suddenly snaps in place. The murmur's gone. I opened my ass. Becca raised an eyebrow at me.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me?
Oh, yeah. Just... okay. Sorry. I spaced out.
You always do that.
Follow her without complaint. But the person can't glance at the far end of the street, where the voice came from, where another set of eyes might be staring at me. Nothing. It's only Zach and Ash waiting, watching over us as we head back where Becca parked her car. I expect to see someone or someone there. Try not to let it show. Try not to think. Tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my
See you guys
stomach.
some other time.
Yeah. See ya.
Another glance would find a way. We go off on our own ways. What I saw, I don't know what I heard. Don't want to know. Let's save, it might appear. Better we save. So what would help me sleep at night? What would give back normalcy in my life? Then so be it. Darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in, but warning I'm falling. Oh, it's a cute rat. You don't even clean your house. Look at it. There's so many cup noodles. And you're... How many cup noodles do you eat? Oh my god, that's a lot. That's why Becca's concerned. My eyes snap open. Instant, it must immediately register where I am. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep, all hunched up the night before. Drenched sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around and feel suffocating the fort. Ah, hello, Aling Marites. Drenched so around me for suffocating the comforting. Let my eyes adjust to bright morning light streaming out through the window and allow my breathing slow down for untangling myself from the pile. Haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxburn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, but the more pleasant I kind I tell my siblings about. What are you watching and it's just the news? Maybe it's just stress of living alone. I acknowledge that I always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
It's 5. Habit forced me to look over the clock, even sores weighing heavily on my shoulders. The compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's...
Middle is a weekend, but unspoken rule that entitles me to extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. Alright, after what happened. Oh lord, 1 box of donuts a peace offering won't be enough for the second time around. Grabbing my towel already a few short step away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. This moment of indecision at first, my mind conflicted whether I should ignore it or answer it. But what if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? Oh, jeez, in the end, the rational part of my brain pins out. Letter from yesterday peeks out when I pull a device out. The sight of it is enough to put me in a foul mood, and it takes every force of will for me to ignore it. In favor of answering the call. Ah, it's Mama. Except around 4:45 in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
It's around noontime here. I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Don't use money something else than an international call. Regardless, the most cheerful tone I can gather.
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama, I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
The startled lilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. Is there something I do for her? From miles away like this, the least I'm able to do is not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually give her a hand, but Lord knows if that will ever happen. Odds are, Widger's already out drinking right now. Again. Can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has family of her own, and well, Aunt's financial situation isn't exactly great right now. Having her help ran herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
Subject a bit hesitant approach from the way Mama's voice hitches. She doesn't want to bring it up either.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
Won't deny the life is getting tougher for her family. Used to be easy when Papa was in good shape. Ever since he was diagnosed with sickness 5 years ago, I had been unable to provide for us. Now the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills all rests on my shoulders. Although Mama makes a little, accepting sewing laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarce enough to cover the cost of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. Can't even accept help from our own government, because health insurance there barely covers anything. Yeah, in the Philippines.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I start thinking the call got cut until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama, you taught me not to lie. Yet look what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate
Killing
it.
yourself for
We
your
all
entire
do.
family.
But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Kailan ka uuwi? When are you coming home? EJ Dang used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have the definite answer to? 5 years later and still can't give them a straight one. I smile, though Mama can't see it. Fine to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
Strong commotion on the other end, sound of gates opening, voice of child EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school, tapping of feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighbor kids bullying him? Is EJ Isabella's son? Mama rearranged furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
Answer the soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, shake away the thoughts beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over these things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Fortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say
Mama?
something.
Did
Oh,
you
it's
forget
Rose.
anything?
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
I hope it got sold so we can stop. There's telltale din of several feet shuffling against a wooden flooring and indistinct yelling in the background. 4 rows cuts the connection. That isn't in any way comforting. It's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time. Back to our office within 20 minutes, leaving my apartment completely disheveled and out of breath. A feat to take them out my usual travel time. Routine glamour, common to Bride Realty. Corporate luxury often grease me as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephones ringing at sporadic intervals. Agents talking in varying volumes, stop moving about,
Where the
and...
hell is C? Where are my employees? What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice.
Buzz were muffled as someone else Closed the door to us. Luckily, works of our HR manager. Throughout the past weeks, I've been in bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear trying to get a hold of them, but no avail. Result is half their workload have been shifted to all available staff, so as not to lose clients. That I mind extra work, if anything, it means I have more to send my family back home. All rumors of branch closure circulating because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. Bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me
Here,
aside.
I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, stressed a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. Page flutters from the top of the file, lean back because my eyes scanning top of page as I straighten. Purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visitor's lounge when I tilt my head in question. There, sitting on the sofa, looking completely out of place, a humble decorated room. Oh, they bought it? The rights. Something bubbles up my throat. The president's office can only
They're
mean one
buying
thing.
it? We got a deal?
Just my hand tugging her sleeve, older hair as a light, something akin to joy. Once it's able to have as much as I do, and now that it's here, deal needs to be closed yet, documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there. Any foreboding feeling I can't quite
I had to
pinpoint.
do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible. I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Even with that urban legend? Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I go down the lowest possible price if I were in their place, especially with the stores attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit. Just finish the job, don't complain, sell it to them, and it's over. Just our agents going to receive half the commission after all, nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and a spoken instruction for me. Follow after I'm done. Doesn't take me long to finish what work she's left me. In fact, having a boss sign an agreement is the easiest since it has put him in a better mood to the entire office's relief. Hannah calls over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge door. Lips twisted in her frown, she doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. Who wouldn't be? I almost created a scene. Mr. Wright,
Why,
however.
if it isn't the little Lily. I trust you're feeling well now.
It's Isabella, sir, not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
I don't know why they can't get my name right. Fairly a common name. Shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand him a copy of their
I
agreement.
believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
Elegantly, she plucks the paper off my hands. You think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there, radiant in her stiff stance, the way she's standing at a fair distance from her husband. Our two look to be ignoring each other. Seeing this scene soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who put her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. Seen it happen a dozen times with my previous clients. Shame, especially with the new mansion. Never did like when my own mama and papa fight. Hope they'll make up soon. Apparently satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah claps her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Ross and I release a breath we've been holding, both of us. More than happy to return the guest.
That settles it then?
Are you really sure about this property?
Stop asking that, Isabella!
We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Something not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning. Yeah, it's already sold! Stop! She said warning gloves don't make a scene. We're almost there.
Of course, why wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
What kind of sales lady are you if you're stopping your sale?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it.
Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
Wrigley folds something to both of her hands and winks, her fingers raised to her lips, demanding her
What happened the day before was
Money.
quite unfortunate. But you did get us what we wanted in the end.
Money!
That, at the very least, is commendable.
But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
So it's literally like this most normal thing to do in the
Oh,
world.
before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact.
Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you too soon so we can get this closed.
It's like that, transaction over and done with. I'm still reeling, even after that, other agents would kill to have clients like them. Part of me feels lucky about the fact no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of mind. Just stock signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. Yeah, and you're trying to stop it from happening. The other part, a second ago, we sold the handed property to two innocent. They're not innocent. They're rich knobs. Let them deal with the ghost. The ghost might go away. The commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization, big enough to pay for all four of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, it would keep me for instant noodle iron for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well, so once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. Knowing something's in there, we gave a good couple despite that. Isabella, the things you do sell a house and get money, Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell next time I call home. Little I told Mama, this morning isn't the lie anymore.
There's something. So how does it feel?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Well, it's an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too. Aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
Slings over my shoulders, slings close to my ears, such about to share a big
It's
secret.
okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
It removes her from me, answering the phone on her desk. Tone shifts to playful to professional in a span of few
Today?
seconds.
Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising here. She's one of BRT's top agents, no matter how much she appears. Still so through and through. On the other hand, I have very little knack for it. Of course, I learned eventually I had to. Someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once, though, I had a drunken stupor Rose told me of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed young, bringing in yet to be fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, never pressed on the matter further. Perhaps it's where a sense of fun started. Small connection due similar experience in our relative lives. of goals we both let us pass by because of the circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
Throws a wave over his shoulder, rushes out of the office. Lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by chatter. Fellow agents also had a much needed break. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out. Oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one considers taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch. Time to make good on promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too. In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash on the other hand couldn't reach. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's had it again right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, his loss. We have agreed to meet in a nearby cafe, same one I frequent with Becca because it's cheap. Delivery free bread around closing time. Quaint, old-fashioned, though it looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, we all love it the same. A Jarbox. Much like facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces, a row of shelves, boasting an extended collection of books cover the walls. It would be nice to hang here hours on end, but even on weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. Never been particularly close, sure. They talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny. There's distance. Kind born purely out of differing interests. That or Zach's afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca!
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
We sold
Don't
it.
rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
Waiters come by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca would order tea serving of special vegetarian stovies. Zach would have anything good, helping of meat, sausages, potatoes in it. Today's a good day. Great even. So trying to indulge a little,
Today's
right?
special. For the three of us.
Even a person jotting the order looks surprised or today's meal's choice. She rises nevertheless and leaves without a comment. Becca rose, her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry. It's my treat.
Claire sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, never did it again. She made me apologize the next day. Becca's far from being my mom. Small sheepish grin stopped to her frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold. So we were each serve our order. It isn't anything fancy. Oh, look at that food! Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus. Portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least what's the daily special board says. Ooh. They even have pictures for food. Never did pay attention to it whenever I come here since they price whatever written way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day.
I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey! Not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say it, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
Expectant grin breaks my face, except
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raised an eyebrow at me while Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline. Another lame joke Ash made, desperately searching for someone to explain it. Ash is not here, so we should know. My instant noodle days are over.
Let me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As news sinks in, the impression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. It's more like it.
You heard me right, lady and gentlemen. As of today, I, Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos, am free from my instant noodle binge.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Anslem Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
She lets out a hammer, although she's nodding. She gives impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we wouldn't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. I'm not your best friend or
You
what.
don't believe me?
Words stumbled off my mouth before I could stop them. Tried to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat. Judging from the looks on their faces, it seems they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something.
Let me get some water. 1 moment.
What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressured me into it, more like it. Not going to tell Becca about that, knowing her, she'd only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they'd believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
Get together, replace my side food, is still untouched. Almost says my mind, but the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca suddenly trusts me is about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding! Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
Allow myself to smile, genuine and uninhibited. Strange talking about this other people, even those who have known you long enough. Today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passed through in an enjoyable fashion. Laugh here, playful job there. Most of it spent on catching up and tell stories about whatever's keeping us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do before taking out what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. There's something to see, plus we ate. Zach, though, appears less energetic. As far from being life for party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few infants, he's been silent the entire time. If
Are
Becca
you sure
notices.
you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Oh, did Zachary get spooked by the ghost?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
Oh. When the expression crossed Zach's face, I wondered immediately. Becca retreats in her query. This man looks enough of an answer for her. I look between the two of them. Missed something? What happened this morning? They stumbled on a big secret. This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her motions unsure. I was asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it's always been better to wait to let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although her explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of the shoulders, gesturing her to go on with the tilt on his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information back.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
What was the documentary about?
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
From Howard O'Reilly's anger, seems she's the one slighted, not Zach. You guys say we should promptly snap down as soon as she sends me a hard
This
look.
isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say. If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
Wasn't the question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
Palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top clinking against each other. Didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. Here I am, just heaving, looking down at him, same manner a teacher would at any unruly student. Becca's probably proud. Didn't mean to yell, but there's some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. He of all people should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
I'm used gleaming her eyes when I turn to her. She finds so entertaining here. Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I want to read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know, after all, I'm...
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
Burst of laughter comes from
Thanks,
Zach.
you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
No face at all. Only poor imitation puppy dog nice, if you could call this
Promise.
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now.
What's night ain't for another week.
one. That's all answer I need from him. Sentimental sounds, there's fulfillment knowing another person you know won't take same path and walk. It's not like it's over for me though. Still have time, still come back. Do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, phone buzz unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. Oh, it's Rose. Screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
Stace that already explains everything. Out of blue, she launches a long rant about how awful state of Luxburn streets. All of each says single breath, barely keep up, make a single word. Stay quiet if only to avoid becoming next object of frustration. Similar to Becca in that
I'm stuck
regard.
in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
Shane finally ran out of things to complain about the stops, but Shane next tell none what I'm hoping from her. It's a quick, bumble plea for me to meet the right steering design in her stead.
Anyway,
and
I'll leave it to you. Bye.
Classic Rose. She ends the call without even asking for my input. Sky is cloudless, noontime sun's beating down hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It's far from bearable. It's enough to put most of people in a fickle mood, invulnerable for catching something. No wonder we have staff meet members going AWOL lately. Mentions my boss mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes about unpredictable weather, though, the streets of Luxembourg remain constantly busy. A hurried tapping of shoes against the pavement, inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd filled the humid afternoon air. It's a reminder of the things I still have to do regardless of how much I want to return to comfort of my bed. Dr. Briar Realty for me, Zach to a meeting with the magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. More than once I catch her sneaking a long glance over something displayed on a shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas. Hello, Anna. Thank you for the head pats. Turn my head last shop she checked out. Fleeting glimpse. World still. What the fuck? Why is that here? Oh my god. Why are you here? She looks creepy. Like a gaze piercing in my household. Like a set of chains. Keep my. Is there a QTE for this? There's no shadow whispers this time. Only a plea. A calm, low and distinct. Belling and beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. Help me. I don't dare move. My hard time is Marie. Help her. Each feet every time I'm screaming, time making that I can't. I couldn't. All my limbs feel heavy. While my own breathing strains the face of her calls. Help
Leave me alone.
Her mouth stretched through the grin, wide and unpleasant. Panic building up my chest forced me to take tentative step back. Oh, what a side just woke up. Yeah, this is a horror game. I'm sorry, Anna. Yeah, this is a horror visual novel. And I building my chest. Yeah, I thought I was safe and then suddenly disappears. Back building my chest forced me to take a tentative step back. Right at the start became flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds on her arm or her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after what I got. What I want for Papa.
Stop.
Is she coming closer? Her face contorts, she let a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving. Rage, there's only hatred, bitterness, as if the very notion of turning from her is an offense in itself.
I don't want this.
Before I knew it, I was stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse, screams I didn't even notice already coming off my mouth. Back of my feet catch loose stones, sending sprawling on the ground. Salt pain completely jolts me out of the haze, blurring my mind. For a little while, surroundings appear unfamiliar, but until Becca's face swims into my vision. With concern on her face, her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach appears beside myself. With worry while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against a small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
Oh, they didn't see it, only I saw it. My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out, or words refuse to form. Impulse to sneak a swift glance at the display window. If you took an impromptu laugh, it means you want Hello, Pokédev. Is your work finished? She's gone. Yet foreboding feeling hasn't left me. Just to ground me, we can live relying solely on reflex muscle memory. Something icy has made its home in the pit of my stomach. I want to throw off anything to get the wretched sensation out.
You are screaming. Zach, call someone.
No, don't. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
Or who? Attempts to put her at ease, but it's likely come off as a grimace. Gently push her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand up. Leave me. Say away. With these stifling, everyone's stares unnerving, Becca and Zach's concern is suffocating. I don't want to be here, no more. I break into a run. Why did you go home? Weren't you supposed to go to work? Wish I hadn't left my bed this morning, here with the only occasional drips of water on the sink. She does not clean her house. I don't want a home like this. It's filled with trash. Here, the only occasional drips of water in the sink, wearing a fan and blaze keep me company. It's easy to fall in the cycle of negative thinking. Even with cluttered keeping company, the room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closer as the group passes by outside, loud. So loud. If only there was a way to tune everything out. Keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams, her awkward gait she reaches for me, bone chilling. What if she comes here in your home? Bone chilling smile, her pleas for enough. That's enough. I shiver past me. It's not from the hairs still hanging down after my back. Another draft that enters my room from the windows I left wide open. It's a letter. Help me. Send this to 5 people or else. My gaze shifts over the letter sitting in the coffee table. Its edges flutter innocuously as the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary looking piece of paper can bring so much trouble. Yeah, it's a cursed letter. It's a chain letter. I'll impulse throw it away, rip it to pieces, still there. Can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about those people who already seen it? Will they be okay? This uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing that she's real, I might also go after people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me. Upload it to the internet so everyone sees it. The abrupt break in silence nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Blindly fish out my phone from under the mess of papers and cushions, then carelessly thrown before taking a shower hours ago. Zach, his name flashed brightly on the screen. He's calling me because of this afternoon. Frankly, it's the last thing I want to discuss, but I did leave the two of them, without saying anything. Accepted. Knowing Zach, I bet he's worried.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
For what? Don't recall making friends with Zach for the
Did
weekend.
I forget something?
The priest?
I told you about back in the movies?
Oh, the priest.
The priest for the blessing? Does it ring a bell?
Do I still need to go to it even if the sale? Oh, right. Did say that, but I think he'd actually go for the trouble, especially after what happened with this film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zach can be.
I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who
Oh
suggested
no,
it to
we're
begin
returning
with.
to the mansion. No.
And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that.
Oh no,
You
we're
scared the
going
hell
back
out
to
of
the
Rebecca.
mansion tomorrow.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
And it's 3 a.m.
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
trying to get me to talk. Normally, I'd tell him I'm fine, say a few simple reassurances to put their minds at ease. Ah, bold. No, nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have a sense of hesitation because he immediately changes the subject.
Anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burned soup.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand.
It isn't that shiny because I'm scared.
Remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
What did you do, Zach? Wait, what overflowed? No saying this will work, but I'm doubtful it will. Right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Yeah, Pokedev, you miss. Yuki's bald head. Sleep comes easier tonight, and for the first time in a long time, I dream. Clear skies, unrestrained laughter from children playing the streets, small cramped dwellings to an outsider. Sight does not paint a pretty picture, however, this is home to me. It's the mental tiredness from customers the day before East. What? You don't? At least you don't have work on East. I still hate her house. She does not clean. Morning dawns bright and clear the following day, although the air still feels muggy. How can you live like this? You don't even pick up your garbage. I miss chilly autumn weather. I'm not that clean for my house, but at least I pick up trash. Miss the chilly autumn weather. So one of those rare weekends when I'm up for my alarm rings. If it wasn't for Zach's call last night, I'd probably sleep in. When 9 a.m. rolls out, I'm already way to Ermengarde Mansion. Think I have to go back again. I'd like, yeah, not go to the mansion anymore. Don't have to anymore. Rose happily gave me paperwork duty when I volunteered. On the last phase of the sale too. Well, almost. Papers signed, documents finalized, various other legalities settled with the current owner and all that. You accept the smack and still do that? Seem like you want to live like a pig and live outside like a pig. Papers signed, document finalized, other legalities with current owners and all that. So never mind that the new owners want everything done within the week when the process typically takes more than that. They want it done, we'll get it done. Really don't understand rich people. But money can do wonders. Won't be so worried they will push the process just a little more. Like what they did to secure the house. At that point, I'm under no obligation to return the house anymore. What are you doing with 10 water bottles on your desk, Pokedev? Running is an option, of course. Now move on to another property and forget everything. However, at the end of the day, always my conscience that wins. What if something happens to those who have seen the letter? Ash, Zach, Becca, Miss McCullough, and the Wrights. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we already showed it to 6 people. The guilt will follow me in my grave. It's called being on the phone and being lazy. Mansion looms as we approach. Yeah, you're gonna get smacked, Pocket. We whispers are coming back. Shadow's calling. Hope this is the last time. Oh, we're back. We have a priest. Why does the priest look like Jose Rizal? They're engaged in quiet conversation when I find them in the mansion's front gardens. Even with familiar company, it's impossible to feel unease here. No matter my weird feeling of being watched here, this place is aware of the spazzers. Zach, on the other hand, doesn't seem to notice. So you have 3 water bottles on your desk, 1 empty, 1 half full, and 1 full. No Pokedev. Clean it up. Or he's already used to it. I never tell with him. Sometimes it's almost hard to read as Ash. Almost. At least Zach doesn't as much patience dealing with Ash does. That says plenty about him. Miracles of miracles. The two have ended up the best friends. He visited me as I approached. True to his promise, Zach has also brought his friend with him. Father Norman. Somehow expecting him to look older.
Oh, don't be surprised. They say people who have found their calling are getting younger these days.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No offense taken. Though I admit I'm a bit surprised. I didn't think someone would ask this house to be blessed after all these years.
You've heard of it, Father?
In passing, the occasional rumors and talk by the locals, nothing new. You don't spend years serving the church here without hearing a random hearsay here and there.
You never mentioned what you thought of those, Father.
Ah, but he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more.
But what I saw...
May not be what you think. It depends entirely on what you mean by it. If you're talking about spirit beings, angels, demons, then yes. Are we talking about the spirits of people who have departed? The word makes it clear that once the deceased has left us, they are gone. But of course, I didn't come here to bore you with a lecture.
No, it was enlightening, Father.
Just remember that a God who loves his children would never let them linger once the time comes.
I'm distracted that his cheekbones are moving.
That's what my papa often tells me.
Your father must be a good man. He raised you well, no doubt.
No, it's not a church, it's a mansion. We're just blessing a mansion to get rid of the ghost.
Shall we? Regardless
If it
of
would
what
work.
is, I'm sure the mansion's new owners would appreciate such sincere intentions. From a stranger, no less.
You let Zach and I walk ahead. I leave this way. Won't see how tightly I'm clutching the straps of my bag. Father Norman's probably trying to put me at ease. And the worry, the cold, restless, foreboding feeling has firmly lodged itself in my stomach, making its presence known with every step I take towards the house.
You okay?
The place gives me the creeps. It's hard to lie when Zach gives you that look. It's just there. Kind that implores silent appeals, not sure if he's even doing it consciously. When the breeze blows, try not to shiver, but try not to listen to a voice that may or may not be there.
This place really gives me the creeps.
It doesn't seem more than an ordinary house to me, though. Damn, I should have brought my camera with me. I saw a few areas that'd be good for a shoot. You think the new owners will allow it?
Shh! What if you catch something? Or someone in one of the pictures?
It just means they want to be seen, doesn't it?
Don't ask for it!
It's not like we can stop them if they do.
You're really not helping, Zach.
All right. Sorry. Don't worry. I don't think whatever's inside this house will do anything. I'm here, yeah? I'll take care of them. Or I think I can.
You're not that scary, but thanks. I'll be sure to run behind you if I see one.
Nicholas talk, this temporary prevalence is more than welcome. However, a smile in return, at least I could. A slight motion of his head, he gestures for us to move ahead, while my own fears I left forgotten for the time being. Things inside my bag clatter softly against each other while I rummage for the keys to the mansion. So I've heard the telltale jiggle by now. Didn't I put it in my bag last night? Seconds later, I'm sitting on my heels, one after the other, taking out everything from pocket, every slip. We paid to put everything back later, but I'm sure it's just under these. Nothing. Oh, you didn't bring the keys.
Is something the matter?
No, I'm sorry, Father. I think I left the key.
No use coming with excuses right now. It's taking time to go far this room. Heavy sigh, grab the door handle, pull myself up, string up bullets ready to tip my
Careful,
thumb.
Bella! We've spoken with the current owners. Well, technically, you were not yet the owners, but...
Just a brief moment of confusion. Then I'm falling. Moment of doors being open pulls back the first man's foyer, making sense of what's happening.
Ow, my back.
What the?
Oh,
Isabella?
Rose is here. No time to nurse my bruised back. Make up excuses because next thing I know. Oh no! Don't worsen it for the sale, Isabella. Go away. Next thing I know, Zach's pulling me up right by my arm. Rose looks down at me, makes her apprehension something I wouldn't quite place. I'd say relief, but morning Isabella right after he volunteered to work on the papers and standing behind her.
Ma'am Hannah! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Isabel. We always meet in the most interesting circumstances.
A complete understatement, darling. What are they doing in my house?
I roughly waved his hand at Zach, Father Norman, like her presence is light against
I
his own.
thought you said you wanted to do paperwork duty. What are you doing here?
Look at your cut in the headlights. And Pharaoh's that's putting me on the spot. At least another choice but answer.
The reason why I'm here?
Well, spit it out, Lily. We don't have all day.
I'm just here to make sure everything is fine before you move in.
So sorry, Mama. You said I'll go to hell if I lie. Likely will after this, but there's no other way. Isn't entirely a lie. I'm here to make sure no one disturbs them after I move in. Just so happens that I'm checking for and trying to drive away is of the paranormal variety.
Oh? The house appears impeccably fine to me.
Mr. Wright shifts his eyes around careful matters if it's looking for faults in the crevice of the house. You know his face though when he returns his attention to me, similar to what my Kuya Jordan had often given me when he was up to something. Usually a scare prank that invented me ended in me crying. I never did forget the Wayne brothers sneered at me then. Part of me thinks that perhaps if I hadn't been the object of his mischief in childhood, I would have grown a little braver.
Come on, little Lily. Lying doesn't do that cute little face any justice. I'm a very patient man. Now, why are you really here?
Right now, in the face of mostly identical fresh and perhaps even crueler than what I'm used to. The lie I told falls apart.
The truth is, I was just thinking we could have the house blessed before move-in day.
And why would we ever need to have this house blessed?
For luck and protection.
I shriek on her scrutinizing gaze. Second, I think he'll start shouting at me. Instead, he laughs. Not the mocking, jeering kind, but one wondering if he's hearing things right. Say he was amused, but then he cannot understand, but also fine with what I just said. Was it really that weird? Wasn't it custom here? I wish Becca was here to explain stuff like
That's
this.
rich coming from you. When we saw Devlin Court, you didn't.
It's a small custom back home. I thought it would be nice to do something that would bring positive energy to the mansion, since this place has been empty for years.
And the papers, Isabella? I hope you did those first before this.
Of course I did. It's almost done, in fact. But there are some items I still have to double check before finalizing everything. You know I don't sign without a thorough inspection. And well, this is what this is for too. I just thought it would be more efficient to do both at the same time.
Here I thought you didn't want to go back.
A job is a job, Rose. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then go ahead. No need to be so hard on her, Rosie. I personally think it's a nice touch. I was actually thinking of the same thing, but you beat me to it.
Darling, Buttercup, please. You know these things don't work. No offense meant to the holy man, of course. That does not explain the nigger, though.
What? Why are you a racist? That's a hard R, what? We're selling to a racist. Let the ghosts eat them! Let the ghosts eat them! That's the forever conflicted. Let the ghosts eat the racist. Casey makes all desperately want to give someone a piece of his mind, but chose not to do so. Mostly avoid confrontation, fanning flames to an argument. Always been like this, even among his friends. Sort of the placating stance, despite holding opinions of his own. Not that I won't say anything. I know Mr. Wright's client, but just didn't say that. No, don't say anything, Isabella. It's already a sale. Just let the ghost eat them. Fashioner here. I know he wouldn't stand for it. Neither do I. There's a reason why bulls have to go. Never. Oh no, you're gonna ruin the sale. Why did you come here, Isabella? After I gave him taste, might be stolen, but I'm pretty sure I still hidden. Maybe if I'm not only getting trouble with BRC for it. For a good punch could be thrown, Ma'am Hannah cuts in.
Lucille Mitchell Wright.
Her voice to appear demanding his complete silence. What? Self answering, she immediately crosses her arms, shoots her husband a sharp, disapproving glare. That seems to have done the trick. We just touched his mouth, but not before muttering a few unaudible words under his breath. This time, Ma'am Hannah could only sigh and shake her
Oh,
head.
give it a rest, love. Do you have a better idea? Who knows? Positive energy might even give us what we've been waiting for. Or some peace. Let them do their job.
What have we been waiting for? I don't think I was ever informed of.
Nothing you should worry about right now. Anyway, we've still got a few things we need to discuss with Rosie here. Over lunch, I hope you don't mind, Isabel. We'd love to take—
Oh, no. Go ahead, ma'am. This'll take time. That's why there's 2 of us working on this.
Rose looks like she's about to murder someone. Probably me. At least she won't have to stay in the haunted properties. Getting better than the deal. Anyone's going to ask me.
Wonderful. I hope the next time the 3 of us meet, it'll be over a closed deal,
Of course, ma'am. Please look forward to it.
Rose hurriedly hands me the keys of the house before leaving, noting reminders. Secure the place and harmless trust for throwing her under the bus. I'll turn it to the reassuring smile of my own, even she's the one who often forgets she. And just like that, gone. Just really they appeared, fleeting the scene next, leaving me wondering if this is simply what's typical for the rich and famous. So rather stay in rundown apartment and our little shack back home. Still joy the smallest things, after all. May this house be blessed. With a house this big, surprising when the experiment takes a few hours to finish. The sun's already high by the time we've gone through the last room. Never ever say that I'm a follower of my own faith, even Mama and Papa's teachings. Hearing every word Father and Norma uttered as we went around the house has put me at ease. All of a sudden, the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there's an end to this? Perhaps this is the end? Father Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds. His business in the village nearby, he says, a minute gesture to reach out to the members of their parish every once in a while. It reminds me of distant memory, helping hands. You can smell that help my family pull through when times are tough. But before he
Isabella,
leaves...
a word before I go? Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share. But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life. Besides, you have people to bear it with.
Bite back my heart's retort before they come out, asking it to smile as we wave the good priest off. His words, though meant to comfort, has only left a bitter taste in my mouth. They don't believe you, what am I to do? And the lines briefly on my shoulders, taking me out of my thoughts with her. They take a sullen turn. My smile doesn't quite reach my ears when I turn to him.
Do you want to go somewhere?
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, let's hang out in
It
Zach.
wouldn't hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries. And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
Let me guess. Rebecca.
Is it real food this time?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
Think of it as a talent. Let's just go, Zach.
A smile, real one this time, devoid of unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened between us these past few days, don't want to think harshly of them. Oh, it's a park. Zach had me wait on a nearby bench upon arriving prior to going off somewhere. He hasn't returned since. It's been a good 20 minutes being left alone entirely in my thoughts. In this weather, the city park gives off a laser, more languid vibe than usual. Where children are usually seen running and playing, there are no people lying, leaning back in their picnic blankets and enjoying the afternoon sun. The smell of food drifts from nearby carts if the wind blows in the right direction. One would catch a whiff of freshly trimmed grass. I'd gladly sleep on this bench if I wasn't waiting for anyone. Soon enough, I see his hulking figure running towards me, carrying a medium-sized box in one hand, casually waving the other at me. He's panting when he reaches my bench, sweat dripping profusely from his forehead, but there's a grin on his face.
Sorry, the line was really long. Really?
You didn't have to run. Sit down first.
Nah, I'm good. Didn't want to make you wait for these.
What are these? I don't know what's in the blue box before he opens it. What is it? Cinnamon rolls! All 6 of them topped with white cream cheese glaze. Very same one I bought after I sold my first property. Oh, cinnamon rolls. After that, Zach, Ash, and Becca. Funny how so much small thing could trigger distant memory, but how mundane it is. To say no to free food, but twice getting me these
What
now.
for?
Leaves an empty space beside him, wiping sweat off his forehead for
An
answering.
apology. And as thanks for yesterday and the other day.
You don't have to buy me anything, Zach.
I like that it's shiny.
You were upset. You haven't been yourself recently, and people kind of miss that, you know?
Are you just saying that, or...
No, really. Rebecca told me. You know how she is. Ashton, too.
Ashton was an ass. He should have been named Ashhole instead.
He went a little overboard, yeah. I can talk to him if you want.
He'll still tease me about it, even if it's Rebecca telling him to stop. Besides, I can handle him.
You always do. And yesterday, when you talked me through my little slump, I thought, hey, I want our old Isabella back. Are you still upset?
There are times that I wish Zach had been my old big brother, Becca, my older sister. My life would have been easier then. Maybe Papa wouldn't be sick as he is. Maybe I wouldn't be here alone. Maybe then again, if he is, they are what I wish them to be, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have met Ash too. Life back home is tough, but for all that, I wouldn't change it for one selfish wish. This city, 68,000 people, I have people who I can defend them. 3 of them, in fact. When you think about it, when you compare the numbers to the odds of finding someone like them in the sea of nameless people, I'm lucky.
Thanks a lot for today, Zach. You didn't have to, but you did. I can always count on you.
Just me? No Ashton or Rebecca? Oh boy, they won't be happy to hear that. I don't mind being the favorite, though.
Nope, no favorites. But you cook better than both of them, so that's a plus.
It's always been food with you, ain't it?
Yeah, free food is free food.
Don't put it like that! You're making me sound like a glutton.
I'm not saying you are, but it does feel good to know there's someone I can invite for food to be able to eat all of it.
Only that? I thought we were also art buddies.
Oh, that too. But the food thing really stands out when you think about it. You do eat a lot for someone your, size.
Low blow. I take pride in my height.
So, is it okay now? Do you feel better? Does it still scare you?
A little. I'll be okay. I'll figure it out somehow. It's not as bad as the other day, and Father Norman helped too. I should have brought something to thank him.
Oh, we could visit him anytime. He loves hearing from the young ones.
He isn't that old, is he?
Don't know. He doesn't tell. I think I might have seen his face somewhere before. I just couldn't recall when or where. Ash says he looks like his boss or the bartender at the local pub if he squints. Don't take his word for it, of course. He might have accidentally inhaled something from the forensic lab again when he said that.
This time laughter comes from both of us is genuine. Back to the usual. Things may not have been easiest lately. Things are so good the ghost will appear again, I'm sure. Certainly isn't the worst that has happened. We do end up sharing cinnamon buns between us, despite Zach's insistence that it's only for me. But more than the food, there's relief and
If you
contentment.
need anything, just ring, okay? Like when Ash annoys you too much. I'll help you with him, best friend or not.
No way. I can take him on.
Still an extra muscle wouldn't hurt, yeah? Just let me know, and I'll back you up. My sister knows this one thing to shut him up when he's being his usual self. Ask me what it is whenever you want, and I'll spill it.
Ooh, what
I
is
don't
it?
think that's necessary, but thanks. I'll keep that in.
Leaves me with a smile and a wave. Off to some new gig again. As for me, still need to talk to Becca, Ash, and I. Put petty arguments aside like the adults we all are. This, however, is a start, no matter how small it may be. I just hope I can keep them safe. Light wind blows again, sending dried leaves swirling, distinct smell of earth onto the air. First time the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe a walk is good. Need to visit the grocery too. Don't think it. Wasn't there an art store that opened recently near the park? Are you an artist? What happened? Cat's name is Beruthiel. At least that's what his scholar says. Sad name to give a cat in my opinion, but he speaks grace, much like the one that carries it. Shows the way he swishes tail in his eyes, follow my hand's every movement. Not sure what he finds fascinating with you, Bannis, but wasn't a picture of Grace he found me after all. It's a bad idea carrying 2 heavy bags, newly bought art materials and groceries without help or sure ride home. Hindsight, perhaps should have bought all these same time and didn't even make it past the park. And now I'm suffering underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched up on a park bench, drenched in sweat, and the company of cat curiously watching my every movement. Hope it stays where it is. Just a black cat, but back home they're considered ill omens.
Don't look at me like that. I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Not that I ever acted graceful in my life, of course. Growing up with rowdy younger brothers and sister does that. Maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there's no use moping. Short breather, then I'm off home. Besides, it isn't like company's bad, even if it's cat, as long as it doesn't bite or cross my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
Yes, doesn't he an owner? That's what called her for, isn't it? Bangs her up on his paws. Wonder what happened to it. Did he run
Well,
away?
if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets. I tried to bring one home before, a cat. Not black, of course. And Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
Take a small pack of sweets, one of the bags, pop it open. It's about to put in my wall, say meows. Hand stops.
Do you want one?
Doesn't meow again, expecting him to. Take his unblinking gaze a yes. As if pissed on my palm, I hold it to him. Warily. Sniffs at once, twice before.
Baruthia!
Oh, there. There's the owner. Oh, the owner is the interior designer. Like a good, properly trained pet, Baruthia responds as soon as he's called. She comes as soon as head snaps in the direction of the voice. Miss McCullough's hard to miss. What's with her
I'm
height?
sorry. Did my cat hurt you? Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCullough.
Miss
Were you
McCullough.
harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Baruthiel's not exactly fond of other people. Even run away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Baruthiel's a she.
Always a she. All this time I thought. Last conversation, if this can be called one, is uncomfortable. Really, two people working different jobs for the same client. Frankly, meetings like this don't happen a lot, and if it does, simple nodding of heads is enough. Still trying to be friendly won't hurt. Talk to her about her cat. Keep my tone cordial and
I'm
warm.
actually surprised you have a cat, Miss McCullough.
And why exactly is that? There are a lot of people who have pets.
Yeah, but not a black one. I'm amazed you're taking care of one.
I don't understand what you're trying to get at. Is there a problem with my cat?
No, not at all. She's very sweet. Just in other cultures, aren't they a sign of bad luck?
I can't tell me this. My grandma used to tell me stories about it.
Nothing has
and
happened to me so far.
His pleasure is evident in her face. And of course, forgot what other people black as her are omen of good luck. There you go again, running your mouth off, Isabella. Rack my brain away to reminisce to me, but she holds out her hand.
This is a good place to stop and end this conversation, don't you think so? It is good to see you again, Santos.
Complete dismissal if I ever heard one. Oh no. Watch her as she leaves the stop shortly before crossing the threshold separating park and the street. When people can keep their mouth shut. Face me again, looking at like something you have forgotten
By
to
the
say.
way, about the Ermengarde mansion, with my clients, it's the rights. I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
Did the Miss McCullough see something too?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Ah, thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion.
The letter, the same one they saw. Whoever she is, she's asking for help. Someone. One told Miss McCullough about the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They are real. She's not going to believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too.
What if you don't tell
Have a
it?
good day, Miss McCullough.
I haste to pick all the bags I've left on the bench, ran as far as they can take me. That moment, what I'm carrying in my hands weighs far lighter the overwhelming guilt trying to consume me. Home, I want to go home. Anywhere, won't be reminded of the house, of her. Oh, she might stay with you at home. You might dream of her. Can you clean your house, please? I don't like looking at your house. Food tastes less appetizing tonight. A pity. One would think that someone who had been a continuous binge of instant noodles would find home cooked meal enjoyable. But it isn't. Hunger is one annoying tonight. Neither are my sore muscles. TV runs loudly in the background, but what it barely registers is in my brain. starting to get turning the forefront of your mind. Distracts you, eats at you, devours you. Wish this would stop. I wish this wasn't. I wasn't the one who picked it up. I wish it was somebody
In
else.
other local news, a woman was found dead in her home.
Oh. Ooh.
Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide. The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper, 33 years old,
Rose?
working as a real
Oh,
estate
no.
agent.
Rose is dead.
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her two-bedroom
Oh,
flat with the
no.
words "Help me" repeatedly
Help
written on
me.
the walls.
Rose is dead. The ghost killed Rose. No, this isn't. This is what I want. It's supposed to happen. None of this is supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die. Those are just stories, right? Legends? So what everyone kept telling me, so why? And I immediately rushed to my study table in search of my phone. My hand cold from the red, clings tightly as soon as it touched the edges. Used a folded paper. The letter, lying unassumingly beside it, slips to the floor when I picked up the device. I paid no mind. There are more important things. Right now. I need to call her. I was with her. I was just with her not too long and she was okay. No. If it isn't Rose, I'm sure of it. Talk to her and it shows her picture, dear. Subtext gave me hot tears began to blur my vision. One after another they trickled down with the same very guilt I refuse to admit. I've been carrying it from the start. Same one. The sound is getting intense. Same one I've been hiding from. Same one who put people I care about in danger. My hand shakes, navigate Rose's number in my contacts list. It touches the phone. She'll answer, right? That's what she always does. She'll pick up, tell me to turn on waterworks, call me
She'll
most
answer.
actually.
Please answer, Rose.
You see her picture, she's dead. Again, I dare you. Whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose. Don't do this to me. Please pick up. I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxbourne in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher
Aslan
case.
Bird Butcher. Deafening static sounds in my phone speakers. In my ears, I could only hear screams, her pleas, her whispers, her help me. You're not safe. Oh no. Buzzing sensation jolts wake me awake. But I still want sleep to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. That's here, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly became aware how awkward the position is. The aches that accompany sleeping in a curled position the night before. If I even slept at all. The memories are impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. Say Caesar when say it out loud instead of the words way heavier on me each time. She's gone. Gone because of me. Gone because of one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have kept my mouth shut. Should have destroyed it before everyone else got involved. I should have. Notification light my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly when I look at it as if it's calling back to sense of normalcy. To all BRC employees, in light of the recent events, there will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 to 2 p.m. Attendance is a must. Company changes, new hierarchy, and policies will be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is expected to be equipped with their own attendance logs and sales reports from the last 6 months to be submitted to your respective managers for review. We're expecting everyone's cooperation. Oh no, there's gonna be layoffs probably. This is where one typical day, so I have to comply and get myself to the office today. My lips just feel heavy. One hand going to keep me busy, take my hands well. Other hand, the place itself a stark reminder of what our own fears have cost me. Yeah, we need to go to work. I'm hoping it won't get me anywhere. It's like one of those things, isn't it? You deal with a smile no matter how bad things get. Hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter dropped from the floor, not flutters as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me. Please help me. Every word written on it glares back at me. They sneer. They ridicule. Like living beings fully aware of what they've done. With a huff, I pick it up and shove it in my bag. Perhaps with even more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. This too I'll deal with. Somehow find a way to make things right. I have to. For it takes more people for me. Then I must do it on my own. How about your friends? Perhaps processing, telephones ringing, feet shuffling. Our world today looks like a typical working day at Briar Realty Corporation. Except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and spoken questions. No doubt everyone present has already heard about Rose. If they missed last night's report, they'd likely seen in the morning news, in the papers, or various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's giving wide breath as though the mere mention of Rose would be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciable only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I have to look up my work to know what it is about. It's a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague. I'd appreciate it more than if he just shouted at me today. Anything's better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed. There's no date for a funeral yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors. By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff? None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word? In my office?
Oh no. At the end of it, given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing rights papers, I've been promised an ample compensation from my efforts. I think expecting me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in work. I have to anyway if I want to forget. Time flies, and when you do, by the time I give notice, it's already late. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio member of our janitorial staff. Don't even know his name. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily.
The
Like
Luxbon
that.
Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
Radio blares one name after another. Hold on 1 second. Missing? Aren't they? Still have to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. Without tapping my fingers against keys, fills the office for a better part of my shift as I look through everything. Background of place, history, current owners, and list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of stuff. They have a lot of agents hired, but I remember those names anywhere. After all, they're also part of the who work on us in preparing mansion for the open house. Then the letters... No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps in place a fraction of a moment. People, Rose, the letter.
No, if it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Oh, all the people who... The evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ash often says, right? If I prove, maybe... I don't want to get my hopes up. Maybe still a way I can save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that will be useful. I grab all of them and stuff them in my bag. Can't stay here. There's something I need to do. Something those people should. I cut sharply in the room, stopping my hand short, cramming a pen into my bag.
Hello? Anyone there?
Oh no, something is printing. Someone must have left the printer open again, maybe in an hour. If I don't turn it to another person, certainly going to have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. Most of the time, Rose, who does the nagging bat, click on my pen in hand. So welcome distraction and search said object. Each time my feet takes echoes throughout empty workplace. I lost a janitor. Oh no, the ghost is here. I turn up 5 pages stone ground paper trail left ajar. Speaking of same place proper. Page grease me, makes some that. Yeah, it's helped me. That makes a spine rumbling. Yeah. Sheets crinkle under my tense grip. All I can hear is my breathing rasp through my gritted teeth. I can even gather myself. The first of their total darkness suddenly envelops me. Oh, the ghost is coming. No! Some ghost get this sound familiar. Familiar now. Yeah, it's gonna appear. It's gonna make me do a QT again. Oh no, just curious. Closing my. It's here. It's her. So I'll exit my I'll be facing away from me. Marine around for me, misshapen face tattered clothes, unsightly gait. Zippers in the attic. Thick sick bad pen holding slips from my hand and the entire head turns! Look at it! Cutie again! Scream alone, escape my mad duck under the table. Kiss again. Hear bone chilling sounds of her walk. Weird clicking that follows her. Telltale squirrel, something walked towards me. Nearer and nearer, sounds getting louder. Something keeping the whimper from escaping my hand, covers my mouth. Someone please save me, anyone. I close my eyes, muttering continuous string of prayers while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please don't let her hear me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Don't kill me. No. Seconds been stretched. She's gonna look at me. Is she gone? She's just gonna be there. So I open my stick. Yeah, she's gonna be there. Ah, she's here. They're moving, making the. Oh, she's here. Oh, she's stuck. No. No. Please don't let her notice. I want to live. She's gonna look at us. She's gonna look at us, I'm sure. Han. Oh, it changed. We became the lady. It changed, so she's probably dead. It's part easy to get them to pay attention. There's different chapters focusing on people. There's a cliffhanger about her. I wonder what would happen. Far too easy to get them to pay attention. Enraptured. Yeah, there's different chapters. We might know what happened to her later. It's safe again. But yeah, it's almost 4 a.m. I think we need to continue this tomorrow. I should not have started at midnight. But yeah, I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. Because it's already 4 a.m. I need to sleep. Yeah. The last memory that I will remember is that lady coming for us. Yeah. Easter. Jesus save us. But yeah, thank you for joining me through that horror thing. No more sleep for you tonight. I'm sorry, fucking damn. Just think of this scene. It's just a beautiful scene. But yeah, tomorrow we'll continue. I hope we get to know what happens to Isabella. I hope she's okay. But R.I.P. Rose. I'm sorry, Rose. But yeah, that would be it for today. Are we raiding? Do we have people here? Actually, I don't know if people are here. We can send people. Kit Kat and Joseph. Oh, Joseph is online. Kit Kat. Oh, Kit Kat is. Yeah, Kit Kat's making a PC. Let's just go to the PC build. So there's no horror. Let's go to PC building stream and forget about the horror that we saw. And thank you for joining today. We'll continue the horror tomorrow. And hopefully we survive. Take care. Thank you. And see you next time. Gotta build fast. You too, Anna. Rest up. Also, you Pokedev. Just don't let the ghost catch you. Just do the QTEs. We almost failed that. Bye-bye.